Gemini, what a great pleasure to have you here today. Come, step a little closer, because what I see laid out in the cards is no small thing. It's a luminous landscape, full of promises that are already so close you can almost touch them with your fingertips. From the very first moment, I want to tell you that this is not an ordinary day for you. No, my dear, today the entire universe seems to have conspired so that, in just a short time, and when I say short, I mean just a few hours, something you have worked for with perseverance, faith, and determination will finally take shape. I can clearly feel the vibration of an immense triumph, one of those that not only turns the page but completely transforms the energy of your life. And the best part is that this achievement will be accompanied by such deep joy that you'll feel it running through every corner of your being, from the tips of your toes to the last strand of your hair. In these cards, you appear as someone who has fought real battles, who has managed to break down both inner and outer walls, and who, even in moments when everything seemed far away or out of reach, kept their gaze high and their heart steady. And now, Gemini, the deck speaks to me with such clarity that I can almost see the progress right before you. There is recognition, progress, doors swinging wide open, and opportunities that I am certain you will not let slip away. This could be related to your finances, that personal or professional project you've been cherishing like a treasure, or even a relationship that means the world to you. And here I want to ask you something that might make you think. If you could choose, would you go for overwhelming financial success or a reunion with someone you love with all your heart? Because what the cards whisper to me is that you might receive both blessings at the same time. Yes, my dear, what I feel is a double gift from destiny. On one hand, prosperity approaching to give you the chance to breathe easier, to plan more broadly, to live with less worry and more abundance. On the other, an emotional bond being renewed, rekindling that warm flame that lights up your days and nights. None of this is a coincidence. This new cycle unfolding before you is a time of harvest, of gathering the fruits you've sown with patience and dedication, and of enjoying with gratitude what is rightfully yours. However, this radiance you're emanating will not go unnoticed. And here's where I need you to sharpen your attention. There is someone in your circle, fairly close, who may feel uncomfortable watching you move forward. They won't be able to stop what belongs to you, because this is yours and no one can take it away, but they might watch you from the shadows with a mix of envy, confusion, and perhaps just a touch of jealousy. Among all these positive signs, the cards also reveal a very special figure for you. It's someone you've supported unconditionally, someone who has gone through a difficult time and who, thanks to your light and presence, has found the strength not to give up. This person is about to resolve a crucial situation and regain the peace they so badly needed. And when that happens, you'll receive words from them so honest and heartfelt that they will remain forever engraved in your heart, because they will thank you from the soul for having been there, even in the darkest moments. The most beautiful thing is that once they find their balance, the abundance that flows into their life will be something they'll want to share with you as an act of genuine love and gratitude. And it doesn't end there. For those in a relationship, the cards reveal an intense emotional openness, the kind that doesn't happen every day. If your partner is someone who loves in silence and finds it hard to put feelings into words, get ready, because a moment is coming when all of that will rise to the surface. You'll hear confessions they may have never shared before, declarations that will reaffirm just how essential you are to them and their deep desire to walk beside you. On the other hand, if you're single, the message is no less sweet. There's someone who has been watching you for a long time with admiration, tenderness, and an affection that has been quietly growing, like a seed sprouting far from anyone's view. This person is about to take a step toward you, to emerge from the shadows and approach you with an invitation that will catch you by surprise. What might start out small has the potential to become a solid, genuine, and lasting love, one that nourishes the soul and holds steady even in life's storms. The cards also whisper something about trips and proposals that are being planned in secret. Someone could be preparing to invite you to a special place, with every detail carefully thought out, so that the only thing you'll have to do is say, yes. And I feel you'll say that, yes, with a wide smile, because it will be an experience marking the start of this new cycle in your life. The energy of prosperity is so strong in your reading that I even see you beginning a phase of conscious saving, of building a solid financial foundation, of watching your efforts finally start to multiply. And here I must insist, this abundance that is arriving is not a simple stroke of luck. It is the direct consequence of your consistency, of your ability to keep going when others would have given up. It's like tending a seed in the field with patience, watering it daily, shielding it from frost and scorching heat, until one day it sprouts strong and green. That's how your life is right now, my dear, entering the stage where everything you've cared for blooms all at once. I can picture you reviewing your accounts with a new sense of peace, not the just enough to get by kind, but the I have extra and I can put some aside for the future kind. That saving won't be an act of fear, but of wisdom, like stocking the pantry before winter to ensure there's always something to draw from. While that happens on the material plane, your heart is also expanding. This cycle doesn't just bring money, but renewed affections. I wouldn't be surprised if you reconnect with people you haven't seen in a long time, and that in reuniting, those conversations, those laughs, and those hugs give you back a part of yourself you thought was lost. At this point, the cards show me something that moves me, paths opening up simultaneously, as if the universe had decided it's not enough to give you one joy, but several at the same time. Among those openings, I see a project that seemed dormant but is awakening with strength. Hands reaching out to help you. People recognizing your worth and wanting to walk with you in this progress. It's as if the wind that once pushed you back now blows strongly to propel you forward. But here comes the warning, my dear. When the light grows brighter, some shadows grow restless. This is not to make you afraid, but to make you aware. There is someone who will notice your transformation and won't know how to handle what they feel. It's not hatred, but rather an uncomfortable mix of jealousy and envy, disguised as indifference or coldness. My advice is not to waste your energy on that, because life will take care of showing them that your triumph is the fruit of your effort, not a gift that fell from the sky without merit. And as if life wanted to reaffirm what is already taking shape for you, the figure of that special person who has kept your name in a deep corner of their heart throughout a difficult period appears strongly once more. You have been for them like a lit lighthouse in the darkest night, like that safe refuge to which one can return when the storm rages. Gemini, that person is about to make a decisive turn in their life, a change that will not only restore the peace they had lost but will also open the doors to a more stable and serene stage. When that happens, they will feel they owe you a debt of gratitude that cannot be paid with material things, although they will still try to honor you with clear words, looking you in the eyes and telling you how much your presence has meant on their path. The most beautiful thing is that part of the abundance and blessings this person will receive, they will want to share with you, as if destiny had woven all the threads so that both of you could rise together towards something greater. If you have a partner, the energy I see is beautiful, a time of openness, of lifting veils, of saying what has never been said. Those phrases that were held back out of shyness, fear, or habit will now be released as if it were inevitable. You will hear profound words, the kind that caress the soul and confirm what your heart already knew but needed to hear out loud. And if you are single, my dear, you are not left behind in blessings. I strongly feel the presence of someone who, although they have remained silent, has looked at you with admiration and affection for a long time. This person, who you might not even suspect, will gather courage and take a determined step toward you. It will not be a superficial or improvised approach. They will come with the intention of truly getting to know you, of opening a door that could turn into a solid and genuine path. It will be an encounter that, over time, could become one of those stories told with pride, with tenderness, and with a smile that lights up the face. The cards even show me plans being woven in secret. Someone may be organizing a trip, a getaway, or a surprise with details thought out especially for you. And this is not something improvised. Preparations have already been made, settings chosen, and a deep purpose behind that invitation. When it reaches you, it will be impossible not to accept, because your intuition will tell you that it is not just a simple outing but an experience that will leave a lasting mark. That trip or surprise will bring with it an air of renewal. You will find yourself breathing in new scents, contemplating landscapes that awaken your soul, feeling your senses open like petals under the sun. These will be moments you will treasure, instances that, when remembered, will bring you a smile even on gray days. And it is no coincidence that this cycle beginning for you is not marked solely by material prosperity, but also by experiences that nourish the heart in a way that money cannot buy. There is also something very special the cards show me. A scene where I see you surrounded by people who truly appreciate you, who recognize your journey, who value your effort. I'm not talking about loud recognition with lights and applause, but about those intimate and sincere gestures. A hand on your shoulder, a look that says it all, a phrase that arrives exactly when you need it. These are the silent rewards that are felt in the deepest part of the soul, the ones that remain forever in memory. While this is happening, your environment will begin to move differently. Conversations that used to be complicated will now flow more naturally. Agreements that once seemed impossible will be reached with surprising ease. It's as if the universe were aligning each piece to fit without you having to force anything. And there you will be, with a mix of wonder and gratitude, watching how what once seemed like an insurmountable wall becomes an open road. In this stage, there is something that moves me deeply. The constant, though silent, presence of someone who looks at you with sincere affection. They may not always show it openly, but their energy is there, accompanying you from their own space, admiring the strength you have shown time and again when life has tried to test you. I wouldn't be surprised if, during this time, this person comes closer, letting their affection show through clear gestures, making you feel that you are not walking alone, that there are souls willing to support you. On the personal level, the cards show deep growth, not rapid growth that fades easily, but firm growth with strong roots. You are like that tree which, after years of silent growth, stands tall, capable of withstanding any storm. That is who you are now, Gemini. And for this reason, everything you build in this moment will have such solid foundations that nothing and no one will be able to uproot it. This will give you the freedom to dream without fear, to plan for the long term, to open your heart with confidence, knowing that you are no longer the same person you once were, that now you have the tools and maturity to sustain what arrives. I also see a very beautiful energy of family or community unity. Moments when conversations last until the coffee grows cold, when laughter fills the spaces, when knowing glances say it all. It's as if everything around you wanted to remind you that abundance is not measured only in material terms but also in the quality of the connections around you. That sense of belonging, of having a place where you are always welcome, is one of the greatest gifts this new cycle has for you. Because there is no greater wealth than feeling loved, accepted, and valued for who you are, not for what you have. And as all this falls into place, I strongly feel the vibration of a new beginning. It is not an abrupt change that bursts in suddenly, but a gentle transition, like a sunrise that gradually colors the sky with golden and pink tones. That light slowly gains ground, without haste, but with a determination that leaves no room for doubt. Your life is being illuminated. This new beginning does not depend on luck or random coincidences. It is the result of every step you have taken, of every time you got back up after a fall, of every moment when you decided to trust yourself when giving up would have been easier. The cards show that you are starting to let go of burdens that once weighed heavily on you. It's like opening your hands and letting go of what no longer serves you, what tied you down, what held you back. And the moment you do, you discover that you can move more lightly, with space to receive what is coming. And yes, the new is coming. It comes with the intention of staying, of transforming you, of elevating you. In this time, You will receive news that will restore your hope. It may be a job offer, an agreement that finally comes through, or a message you have been waiting for a long time. Even if it may seem small at first, it will be the spark that sets off a chain of positive events that will take you much further than you can imagine today. The energy I see is one of expansion, of opening horizons, of daring to look beyond what you had planned. And that is a blessing, because it will allow you to discover facets of yourself you didn't know existed, dormant talents that will now awaken, passions you thought forgotten. I also sense a calm in your energy that wasn't there some time ago. This peace does not come from everything being perfect, but from having learned to trust, to see things with perspective, and to understand that every stage has its purpose. This maturity, this serenity, is what now allows you to make clearer decisions, without the rush or fear that once clouded your judgment. And in the emotional realm, I see that a special tenderness is approaching, an unexpected gesture of love, a warm word, a look that wraps around you like a hug. Whatever it may be, it will arrive to remind you that you deserve to receive as much as you give. That is why I want to tell you something important. Do not be afraid to open yourself up, to allow yourself to be loved. The affection that is coming into your life does not come to bind you or limit you, but to walk alongside you, to be a companion on your journey. And among all this, there will also be moments of introspection. Times when you meet yourself in silence, when you feel you do not need noise or distractions to be happy. These will be moments in which you simply breathe and give thanks, realizing that you have much more than you ever dreamed of, and that what is still missing will arrive at the precise moment. Because that is how life works. It always keeps a surprise to deliver it to you when you least expect it. In the coming weeks, that feeling that something beautiful is about to happen will be almost constant. There will be days when you wake up with a clear intuition, like when you can feel in the air that rain is near before the first drop falls. That different breeze will be the sign that change is already brewing. You will not see it all immediately, but you will feel it in the depths of your being. The cards show that this change will not bring just one good piece of news, but several at once, as if doors were opening one after another without giving you time to take it all in. It could be work opportunities, valuable collaborations, agreements that benefit you, or even reconciliations you thought were impossible. And the best part is that you won't have to force anything, because everything will happen naturally, like a river finding its course. Along with these blessings will come moments of deep connection with the people you love. They won't be superficial gatherings, but authentic encounters, the kind where you talk about everything or share a comfortable silence that brings peace. I see clearly that each of those moments you share during this time will not be simple anecdotes, but true reminders that you are not alone, that life makes sure to surround you with people whose energy resonates in harmony with yours. And that, my dear, is an immense blessing. True companionship is not always measured by the number of people around you, but by the quality of the souls who stay with you regardless of distance or circumstance. On a more personal level, the cards reveal a maturity you have built by going through trials and coming out stronger. You are no longer the same person you were years ago, and far from being something negative, it is a gift. You have learned to pause before making impulsive decisions, to listen to that inner voice you once ignored, to distinguish what is truly yours from what others would impose on you. And that inner strength, my love, is what will allow you not only to receive all the good that is approaching, but also to keep it and make it grow. I also notice the presence of someone who has been watching you for a long time with sincere admiration. They are not invasive or demanding, but a being who genuinely rejoices in each step you take and who, in silence, has celebrated your achievements. It is possible that now, driven by the renewed energy surrounding you, they may come closer, with a proposal, a gesture of closeness, or even a confession that will surprise you. This approach will not be the result of improvisation, but the outcome of an internal process this person has gone through, deciding to open up after much reflection. And although they may not have expressed it before, their affection and respect for you have been there, growing quietly, like an underground river that finally finds its way to the surface. But not everything during this time will be exclusively emotional, because your reading also shows a strong thread of material growth. It's not just that money will flow more easily, which it will, but that you will learn to manage it more wisely. You will know how to invest it in what truly matters, to place it where it can multiply, and to build solid foundations that will give you long-term security. This new stage will allow you to breathe with relief, knowing that what you are building today will be your support in the future. And this security will not be measured only by what you have in your hands, but by your confidence in your ability to move forward, no matter what happens. That is true wealth, the certainty that you are self-sufficient, that you have the strength and creativity to rebuild yourself if necessary. In this sense, the cards show that the period opening before you is like a completely new book, with blank pages ready to be filled with experiences, lessons, and memorable moments. There will be no need to rush. Each day will bring something to add, and each step you take will bring you closer to that full life you have so often imagined. In the meantime, I want you to remember something fundamental. This new time coming to you is not a gift fallen from the sky without reason. It is the harvest of your days of effort, your nights of patience, of those times when, even with a tired soul, you chose to keep walking. You are going to witness how life begins to return in abundance what once seemed lost, and it will do so in the form of love, opportunities, and moments that will be etched into your memory. I want you, as you hear or read these words, to feel that I am not speaking only of a prediction but of a deep reminder. You have the right to all the good that is about to manifest, and you possess the strength to sustain it.